Hello everybody, this is Corey Redgrift, and this week the theory tutorial video is going to be for Matoya's Cave from Final Fantasy 1. I'm not sure why the first two songs that I've done have been from Final Fantasy 1, but whatever, they are, so deal with it. Here we go. Alright, so this piece has 3 sections. I'm going to kind of chop it into 3 sections. All of these sections are pretty much in the same key. Most of it is in D major. Some of it is in the relative minor of B minor. So I'll just start at the beginning. The chords are pretty simple. It's just kind of like a B minor-ish part of the piece. So it's B minor, E minor, G, A. So as you can see, we're kind of leading to D because this is the 5 of D, and then it kind of does the same thing in D, to G, B, A. Very pop-friendly chords. There are many pop songs, you know. But it's just the way the song sounds. It's supposed to be an uplifting, happy song, so that's the way it works. So basically, I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm going to do it all like you're in D. This is basically a 6 minor chord, 2 minor, 4 major to 5, then it kind of goes to 1, to G, to 4, 6, 5. Bam! I mean, it's very simple. There isn't really very complicated stuff going on here. It's mostly all just about the melody. One thing you should notice, I hope you noticed, the melody is absolutely identical between the 2 sections. Probably not anything you thought about. Very smart writing on the part of, you know, Uematsu to sort of go through these chords but have the melody be the same. Watch the first half. Now we go to D, and what does it become? Oh, really? Isn't that kind of weird, huh? Smart, right? Not something you really realize, but that is a composition technique that is basically, I mean, it's just transposition of an idea. You have any idea, and then I just go up here and go. It gives, you know, congruity, and it ties the theme of the piece together. So, very smart writing. We'll go to the second piece now. Again, we're sort of still in like D major, B minor-ish, whatever, but it's basically F sharp minor to B, and then G major to A, to F sharp minor to B, and then C major. This is the only chord in this entire piece. This is actually out of the key. If we're in D, this C major chord is actually your flat 7 chord. It's very commonly used. It is just a flat 7, which then goes to 5. I went to some sus 5, whatever. I like 5 sus chords. This is basically like G over A or E minor 7 over A, whatever. A 9 sus 4. You can call it whatever the crap you want. Just make sure it's got no third and it's suspended. You know, the third would be here. You don't want to do this. You want... This is what gives it the sound. And then that resolves. So basically that section is pretty simple. It's just cadencing to the minor, and then minor, and then back, and pushing again, and then cadencing to the minor one more time before it goes up, and then goes to the 5 of the key, and then we get our really pretty part, you know. Very pretty part. This is kind of something that you do see a lot in music. This is basically like our main home key. And the way it makes it sound pretty is he does this sort of pedal thing where it's D, G over D, A over D, but make sure you keep the tonic. This is where you get that sexy little clash right here. Together, right now it sounds like crap, right? But notice how together with everything, ooh, right? Ooh, you hear that? That's like, this is very common. It happens in music a lot to do that one sort of 1, 1, and 4 over 1, and 5 over 1, and 4 over 1, and no. I mean, there are pop songs that do this, like Piano Man. Right? Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Final Fantasy, what is it, 14? Sea of Clouds does something kind of similar, you know, with the whole... It's not exactly the same thing. You know, but you get that idea of the whole pedal again, you know? And so, like, this happens everywhere. It's just that you may not be noticing things like that, you know? And this piece basically just kind of noodles around, you know, from this minor. Here we go, a little bit more, and it's cool. Now this push. We're cadencing to minor there, right? It goes minor 5 to 1. If you're in the key of B minor, this is this minor 5. Right? So I'll play the beginning again so you can hear that. Right? We're on 5, but instead it goes down to 3. And then to 4, and then the push, and then back down so we can cadence, and then the flat 7 to 5. That's basically it. Another thing I should mention is that in the original recording, it goes, how does it go? Na, 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 do, 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 do. And then it goes 4 to 5. I don't do that. I go 4 to 5 over 4 just because I love Lydian so much, and this is basically a dominant 7th chord with the 7th in the bass. Whenever you do G, 7th, I sort of did that because I like the way it feels then just going down a half step to the 3 and then 6. That's another weird little thing that I do. I don't know. I just love Lydian, and so I do that push a lot. So again, you know, you can hear the difference. The difference between or and then your pretty part, you know. Some wrong notes in there, but whatever, I'm just freeforming it. So, I mean, that piece is... Oh, yeah, at the end. I forgot. After this part... You know... You have this weird turnaround. It's basically just... This is kind of funny, because it's really abrupt, and all of a sudden it goes right back to the beginning of the piece. I kind of feel like he was like, I'm done. I need to get back to B minor. So how do I get back to B minor? Well, let's just go... I can't even play it now. What? Yeah. I think that's hilarious. It just sounds so funny because you're like... La, da, 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 da. But yes, he's essentially just going straight to that, you know, F sharp 7, which is going to lead right back to that B minor. And we're back at the beginning. It's an interesting piece. It's very simple, but I like it. It's pretty. I love this pull here. That whole section is just amazing. I love that. Okay, interesting. But yeah, that should pretty much give you an idea of what's going on there. So there you go. That should give you the piece. Pretty simple. That one's not really tough. There isn't really much to talk about. It's pretty much just in a major key the whole time, doodling around. Some of the melodic ideas are kind of neat. That one chord that's weird is just that flat 7 chord. That's it. Very common. To be in a major key and then hit that flat 7 and use that flat 7 to go right into 5, because the flat 7 is going to be the minor third of your dominant chord, but then when you go to 5, it becomes the major 5, and so you get that half staff lift. A little bit of a cool thing. Anyways, next week is probably going to be a Castlevania tune. I'm going to get away from the Final Fantasy stuff, but I mean, if you guys liked it, I hope you enjoyed it. Have any questions, ask questions, comments, do whatever. But until next time, take care and keep playing.